So apparently Christmas came early for Yankees fans, and it's not because Juan Soto just got traded to the Yankees or Cody Bellinger just signed with them. They got rid of Luis Severino. So yeah, Christmas came early, I guess. We also have a breaking rumor about Randy Arozarena, the fact that he could be traded over the next few weeks. That's the most Tampa Bay Rays thing I've ever heard. You finally get a superstar, and then you're going to flip him for a bunch of prospects that you'll probably turn into superstars. Guys, real quick, a favor to ask. If you have not hit that subscribe button, do me a favor, click that subscribe button. We are getting so close to 500,000 subscribers. That would mean the world to me. Again, that's just crazy to say out loud, 500,000. Now, before we talk about Luis Severino going to the Mets, I do have a few other smaller signings to talk about, but we'll go through them pretty quick. So Garrett Hampson, if you guys are not familiar, he came up with the Rockies. He'd played with the Marlins last year in 2023, and I was kind of shocked to see how decent he was last year for the Marlins. Now, he's not going to be a power threat or anything like that, but he's still just 29 years old. Last year, he hit 276 with a 349 on base percentage and an almost 100 OPS plus. So I know the power numbers and the OPS plus numbers are not going to shock you, but he can play the outfield, he can play the infield, and when you combine that with a guy like Bobby Witt Jr., who broke out in 2023, the addition of Nelson Velasquez, one of the best power threats, if not the best power threat to end the season last year, you're going to get the Italian nightmare, Vinny Pasquantino, back in that lineup. I'm not saying that he's going to be a superstar, but if Garrett Hampson can kind of improve on 2023 after he found his footing just a little bit, and then you also get MJ Melendez in that lineup, Salvador Perez is decent even at the ripe age of like 87 years old. The Royals offense, they might finally be good. We thought that they were going to be good in 2023, but they just weren't. The Cincinnati Reds have signed a veteran pitcher. They picked up Nick Martinez on a 2-year deal worth $13 million a season for the next 2 years, so $26 million total. If you guys don't remember, I believe that Nick Martinez was on the World Baseball Classic squad, if that name sounds familiar. He's better as a relief pitcher, in my opinion, because he has a career 4.3 ERA, and last year in 2023, he only started 9 games, but I guess to end the season, he was pretty good as a starter. He went 5 shutout innings against the White Sox. The start before that, he went 4 shutout against the Cardinals. So however you need Nick Martinez to kind of contribute to your squad, whether it's as an opener, a long reliever, an actual starting pitcher, $13 million to plug into that young rotation for the Reds, I guess you'll kind of settle for that because they tried to get Sonny Gray back in their organization and he went to the Cardinals, which that's got to feel kind of crappy. One more player before we talk about Luis Severino and the Randy Arozarena trades do not go anywhere. Joey Wendle, who actually had some pretty decent seasons in the past when he was with the Rays. He was horrific for the 2023 Marlins. We won't even talk about his negative 0.2 WAR and 50 OPS plus. Back in 2018, he was 4th in Rookie of the Year. He had a 118 OPS plus in the shortened 2020 season. In 2021, he made an all-star team after hitting 31 doubles, 11 home runs, playing really good defense. Now, he's not the best anymore because he's going on 34 years old, but a leader in the clubhouse. They're probably replacing Luis Guillermo's role with Joey Wendle. I guess you can't be too upset because it was only $2 million. Joining Joey Wendle on the Mets, right-hander Luis Severino. He is staying in New York, but he's going to the Mets, obviously, on a 1-year, $13 million contract. And if you guys just forgot, Luis Severino is not 35 years old. He will be 30 going into the 2024 season. Now, he was absolutely useless, a negative 1.5 WAR in 2023. He probably was the worst pitcher in baseball last year. I don't want to admit that out loud because I do really like Luis Severino. And a few seasons ago, back in 2017, he was 3rd in Cy Young. The following season, back-to-back All-Star seasons, he was 19-8 and finished 9th in Cy Young voting. For the first few seasons of his career, I think almost 650 innings, Luis Severino had a combined 3.3 ERA and a 3.3 FIP. Those are really good numbers. It's just injuries and a lack of mechanics cost him dearly in 2023. Can the Mets figure him out? Honestly, you can't really lose a 1-year contract like this because they're basically replacing Cookie Carlos Carrasco with Luis Severino. And when you have a former star in Luis Severino, he's only 30 years old. It's not like he's completely garbage anymore. I feel like he can bounce back. A lot of people wrote off Cody Bellinger. Cody Bellinger, he kind of shifted my perspectives. Maybe it's just a change of environment. Maybe the pressure was too much for these guys and they're going to bounce back. But then again, the pressure with the Mets is not going to be any different. So let me know if you're a Yankees fan, did Christmas actually come early or are you kind of sad to see him go? But maybe you're both. You're sad to see him go, but he was so bad in 2023, it's kind of good riddance. Now let's talk about the breaking rumors that Randy Arozarena is currently being shopped by the Rays. And of course they're doing this because he is not a free agent until 2027. So obviously the team who's going to be getting him is going to have to give up more because team control will be on their side. Randy, I'm going to say this right now, he's a superstar. Whether it's the World Series, the World Baseball Classic, a random Tuesday night where you're down by 3 with the bases loaded and you want Randy at the dish more than almost anyone in baseball, he is one of the most clutch humans I've ever seen play sports. When the moment matters the most, he's going to come up and he's going to deliver. Now, last year, he became one of the few handful of outfielders ever to have 3 consecutive seasons of 2020 seasons. That's 20 home runs and 20 stolen bases. Now, even though he did set a career high with 23 home runs, the doubles just kind of disappeared. Now, he upped the walks, which is really impressive. He went from a 327 on base percentage in 2022 to a 364 on base percentage, and that's because he took more walks. But 19 doubles in 151 games after hitting 41 in 2022, maybe that was his approach. He just wanted to get a better feel of the strike zone. So again, I'm just kind of spitballing right now. I don't know how you go from 32 doubles to 41 doubles down to 19. If you're a Rays fan, what the heck happened? Now, the biggest bugaboo about Randy Arozarena is the fact that he is one of the worst defensive outfielders in baseball. Now, because he is a supreme athlete, him, Juan Soto, guys like Ronald Acuna Jr., people are going to see them make the occasional spectacular play and say, wait, Fuzzy, what are you talking about? Randy's a great outfielder. He makes a diving play every other 7 months. Well, I hate to break it to you guys. Randy Arozarena was worth a -6 outs above average in 2023, and that was after being pretty average in 2022. Guys like Juan Soto, Ronald, Randy, they're all-time athletes, but without the spectacular play every so often, you wouldn't actually think that they're good fielders, and they're not. I know a lot of people aren't going to like that take, but the numbers do not lie. They have terrible reads off the bats, and anything hit in front of them, you can almost guarantee that it's going to drop. On baseballs behind them, Soto, Randy, and Ronald are pretty good at going back on the baseball, but on balls hit up and in front of them, oh, it's a nightmare. It's a circus out there. But honestly, it wouldn't shock me if they traded Randy Arozarena because, again, with that team control and the fact that he's been playing really well, the Rays, they can't afford future Randy Arozarena when he's probably going to require anywhere from $18 to $25 million a season. They just don't do that as an organization. What do? They flip star players or aging star players for younger prospects, and they turn them into megastars. Guys like Randy Arozarena, guys like Yandy Diaz, Isaac Paredes. That's what the Rays do. Their farm system and their scouting system is so prolifically good, it's borderline witchcraft, and I don't like it at all because as a Guardians fan, they steal our players every other day. Randy, he's going to get flipped for a future star. Just know that. A lot of you guys have been saying, Fuzzy, where's Immaculate Grid? Bring back Immaculate Grid. So for today, we're going to do a red and a Cub. That is Tucker Barnhart. I'm going to go Tucker Barnhart as our first pick of today. 4%, so a 30-plus save season for the Cubs. I could go with Lee Smith, who's been some good closers back in the day. Actually, I'm just going to go with Lee Smith because that's the first one that's coming to my head. It's probably going to be a popular one, 36%. 40-plus doubles for the Cubs. Did Aramis Ramirez do that? What about Derek? I know Derek Lee is spelled a little bit different. Derek Lee. I think that Derek Lee had like 51 season, 9%. A red and a Padre. No, it's not a Padre. What am I talking about? A red and a Dodger, Yasiel Puig. We have a 30-plus save season for the Dodgers. That one is easy. Kenley Jansen. What about a Dodger who had 40-plus doubles in a season? Did Andre Ethier ever do that? I kind of want to go with a sneaky pick of Andre Ethier, but maybe I should go with, I'm going to go Freddie Freeman because I think he had 60-plus last year, so Freddie Freeman. Why am I blanking on a red and an A? Give me a second. 30-plus save season for the A's. I'm going to go the Dennis Eckersley. He definitely had 30-plus, right? Okay, 58%. And then a 40-plus double season for the A's. Did Donaldson do that? Maybe Olsen back in the day. Matt Chapman. For 40-plus doubles, I'm going to try and keep it safe and go with Ricky Henderson never had a 40-plus double season. Are you insane? One just came to me for the Reds and the A's. I'm going to go with Sonny Gray. I'm kind of mind blown that Ricky never had a 40 double season for the A's. So that does it for today's recap. I hope that you guys enjoyed. I'm seeing some rumors about a potential Juan Soto trade and names being leaked. So if you guys want to see that video, leave a like, click that subscribe button so you don't miss it, and I'll catch you in the next one.